Can you believe it's been 10 years since We Fit, the workout plan dropped? Crazy. My new car doesn't even have a CD player to play this in. And as I think about this album, a lot of good memories come to mind. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? There are a lot of things that went into this album. There are a lot of things that happened with this project behind the scenes that you might not even be aware of. So I comprised together 10 fun facts about We Fit the workout plan. So here's fun fact number 1. DJ Essence originally mastered We Fit the workout plan. Yes, the original, the legendary DJ Essence, founder of Lamp Mode Recordings, home of some of the most iconic artists in CHH, mastered We Fit the workout plan the first time. So basically how the story goes is DJ Essence mastered Boom Baptism, which chronologically is the album that released right before We Fit the workout plan. And you know how the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So went back to him, wanted to recreate the magic, and got the master back from him, and thought it sounded awesome, thought it sounded amazing and wonderful. And I'm like, man, we about to slap him with this project in 2010. However, the label heard the project differently, and they were dissatisfied with the final outcome of the master. So, long story short, we ended up having to get the album remastered by Kevin Reeves of Universal Music Group. And you know, I thought the master sounded professional, sounded good. However, I still prefer DJ Essence master over Universal Music Group's master. The main concern was that some of the songs sounded muddy when turned up to high volumes, which I honestly didn't hear. And honestly, y'all probably wouldn't notice much of a difference between DJ Essence master and UMG's master, but I can hear the difference. And of course, it's water under the bridge now, but I still prefer DJ Essence master over UMG's master. So that's fun fact number 1. Let's kick it to fun fact number 2. Get Your Weight Up was recorded over 50 times. You want to know the crazy part though? I recorded it over 50 times only to settle with the original recording. In particular, the first verse. So I'm the type of artist, it's almost unhealthy. I could be a perfectionist at times in the studio to where I just want every syllable to be to my liking, every voice inflection, I want it to sound a certain way. And so when I recorded Get Your Weight Up originally, and like I said, we're talking about the first verse, I was more so just putting it down on wax so that I could have an idea of how I'm supposed to rap it with the intent of re-recording it in the future. But for me as an artist, I write with a lot of passion and feeling, emotion. Typically my rhymes are inspired by, actual events, things that happened in my life. And so there was a lot going on at the time of making We Fit the workout plan. And so there's just an emotion encapsulated in that verse that I just could not replicate. As many times as I try to re-record it, so that even though sonically it sounded better, I performed it better, but it didn't sound better, if that makes sense. So it's just one thing I learned, I think, from that project is sometimes raw emotion trumps perfection. And so if you're an artist, be encouraged, you don't always have to have the perfect recording. Sometimes it just it's almost like the singer who isn't the best singer, but they're more compelling or more convincing because of the vulnerability you hear or feel through their vocals. It was pretty much that same idea with Get Your Weight Up. So even though now I don't hear those imperfections, when I listen to Get Your Weight Up, I'm like, man, this is a banger. It's one of the songs I'm most proud of. But definitely at the time I didn't hear it that way. I was just trying to make it sound as sonically perfect as possible. So that's fun fact number 2. Let's kick it to fun fact number 3. I actually lost weight while making We Fit the workout plan. So of course, We Fit the workout plan, it's based on a physical, like I use a physical analogy to represent a spiritual truth. So of course there are a lot of parallels, but I took it one step further and I actually used a lot of the motivation from making an album to lose weight, and I used a lot of the motivation from losing weight to help me write out these spiritual truths, because there are a lot of parallels between the two. And so it was fun. In March of 2010, I started jogging through the neighborhood. It's just funny to think, because I've jogged up to 6 miles at this point this year in 2020. But back in 2010, I remember when running 1 mile was just absolutely like, oh, it was just gut wrenching. Like, oh man, I do not want to do this, where 1 mile to me is nothing now. But I ran 1 mile every other day, and then I, watched my eating. I changed my eating habits, and I ended up losing 30 pounds in 3 months by doing that. Now I've gained a lot of that weight back since, but I'm back working out. I've been on and off over the years, but it wasn't just a gimmick for me. Like, I really wanted to lose weight. My mom is a jogger. She's been jogging ever since I can remember. When I was little, she would get up early in the morning and jog. So I guess that's just ingrained in me, and so I enjoy jogging. My wife hates jogging, but I like jogging. It helps me to have some time to myself, some time to pray. I listen to podcasts while I jog, listen to new music at CHH while I jog. So yeah, that's fun fact number 3. Let's kick it to fun fact number 4. One of my favorite fun facts is I used to put my